being someone who worked with nonprofits before, my role is as an advisory board member. I'm the community outreach coordinator. Basically, to connect with the community through Progeny, we try to reach out to the various schools, the organizations that think, I guess, partner that could partner with us. We also try to connect with people who can see the value of Progeny. And we create, in the community, we try to create relationships that lend to the ideas of what Progeny promotes, and that's inclusion. We also try to do what we call fundraising. There's no nonprofit organization can operate without funding. So all that's part and parcel of what we do. I take my role seriously. I know how it is with a nonprofit. It's not like we have a large funnel of money that's pouring in. So most of the stuff that we do is grassroots. So that's basically what I do in the community. I think we all started in about May, is when Carl had the first meeting. And so we've been working diligently and hard since May 2021. I actually, along with my wife, we actually raised our children not to be colorblind, believe me. People often think that, but we raised them up as African Americans and understand African American culture, but we also raised them up to understand that everybody has value. We're Christians. We believe that God put us all here, and I believe that. And I love working in my yard, and I believe the same way I love all kind of different flowers, that we love all kind of different people. So for us, Progeny was a natural fit. It's something that Carlo believed in. It's something that we believed in all our lives. So it wasn't hard to join. It was something at this time, especially at this time in our history, with so much upheaval in the country. It's just a time for us to be part of something this great. Well, I told you earlier, I went back to college. I've been doing social work in the community all my life. My children, my wife would tell you, I've always been involved. Whenever the people or somebody in the community needed something, I tried to be there. I try to go out of my way. And so I've been a social worker for probably about 12 or 14 years when I went back to college to get the official title. But I've also been in management for 40 years. So that was a natural fit. And then I worked my last 11 years at Harvest Hope Food Bank as the director over, as a supervisor recently over 9 counties. And that it was the same thing. Only I was helping people get food at various churches, 501c3s, nonprofits. So it was just, I'm good at what I do. I love what I'm doing. And so Progeny just, even though we were retired, me and my wife, it offered us an opportunity to do something that is far-reaching, more than the community that surrounds us, but to reach out into the international community. And that's what we're shooting for, that we become international. I love meeting all these young people who have new ideas, and I love seeing their hearts. I love the idea that I could speak with somebody that's, that has a different background than myself. People like you, y'all excite me because y'all, you see, you have visions. You can see things for tomorrow that we couldn't even see at the time because of what we went through. I just think that it's an exciting time for us to get to know new people, different professions, and I'm just enthralled by the idea that I can meet all these new people at my own age, and I find that to be exciting. And also, I think that I have some things because of the time. I've only lived 67 years on Earth, 67 times that the sun has went around for once a year for me. And I just feel like, well, me and my wife, we have a lot to offer to the younger generation. We don't want to take it to the grave. We want to make sure that whatever we know and whatever we've learned, pass on to somebody else. When I was growing up, I had a lot of friends that were white, and sometimes people would call me names. It felt like it was a trait. At the same time, I just felt like, well, I've got to look beyond this. As I got older and became, I told you I was a manager for 40 years, I found out that everybody had something to offer. And so I began to promote people who didn't look like me. I began to work with people who didn't look like myself. And I found out that we were more alike than we were different. And without, you can't make a cake without eggs and sugar and butter. So we're not going to be anything if we don't learn how to work together, to love one another. And so I really believe that we can reach out and learn more. The more we know, the more we realize that we are more alike. So I just like the bouquet that God has offered us through Project. I would love for the schools to realize that, and the churches and any other organization in the community, I would love for them to realize that there is some help. There's something out here that they don't have to rethink it. They already figured it out. And I would love to see it go across through every land, every nationality. I looked at something this morning on Facebook when they were showing 20 of the most, I think there were tribes, indigenous people who that the world didn't know nothing about. And I was enthralled by their customs and what they do and the way they dress. And I looked at them and I said, there are some beautiful people in this world that we know nothing about. We have no idea. And I think with progeny and stuff, with progeny, it can open up the schools, it can open up the people to really take a good look at each other and to really start to live a life where everybody's accepted. Because I really believe this. Now, I believe that God put us all here for a reason. And I believe that the Power of PROGENY is bringing out, I believe it's breathing life. I believe it's giving birth to what we all want to do. And I would love to see it go across the world. I would love to see people growing in understanding of one